Okay. Brian, thank you for joining us. We're at the One-to-One conference in London. For people who have not heard about the story of Nordic Gold, tell us more.
Thank you, Scott. Nordic's was probably a very sort of stands out from everything else because it's fully licensed in Finland, which is rated as one of the top mining destinations and place to stay. And fully built mine, ready to run. We've last year they had a trial. They had a sort of a half a startup, so they brought in all the first fills, and the mill's all maintained, ready to go. And the biggest thing is we need to just firm up on the mine plan. So we're raising 7.5 million at the moment, and that'll give it for the geology to just clean up the mine plan, and then back to production next year.
So obviously very exciting times. We spoke in New York, but here in London, what's the key message and what's the general feeling from investors?
Actually, in New York and even everybody's very excited about the project because most of the risks have gone. You know, most of these projects we see have got country risk, construction risk, environmental risk is a big one, social risks, and we don't have any of those. So from that point of view, we've had a very, very positive sort of response to the story. Obviously, it's developed as we go forward. We've moving sort of small steps, moving everything ahead, and we look forward to getting back to production in July. So that's quite exciting. But on the basis of a known mine plan and very firm drilling program, which is what we're raising the 7.5 million for, is to drill out 10 to 14,000 meters before the new year. So very much on the pump at the moment.
And obviously a lot of news flow which will come through to investors around that. So the one-to-one event, how's that been for you?
Oh, the one-to-one's excellent. I mean, this one's much larger than New York. And I think, funny enough, most of our money has been raised in London in the past. So we like London, and we also like the investors because they tend to stick with companies. Where a lot of the investors sort of in Vancouver, you know, they're very speculative, which in London we seem to have had a much longer view from investors. So yeah, we're excited to be back in London, and hopefully we'll list into London down the line.
Superb. Well, Brian, thank you for your time today.
Thank you.